Today we have a pretty unique device. This is one of those AI voice recorders. It's the Umevo one, and it even has support for ChatGPT 5, even some other AI engines. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of AI, I sadly even need to use it for my YouTube channel because music is hard to get without AI at this moment. Even copyright-free music has some issues being still copyrighted sometimes on YouTube. So I do use Suno for music editing and music creations. But yeah, this device is more focused on translations, on voice recordings, on even make summaries and notes about some voice recordings. And I did note with using this device, these kind of functionalities work fine, but sadly not in my language, the Dutch language. So as soon as I talk Dutch for, like now, het probleem is gewoon, hij wil het niet opnemen. And this is really a big issue with this device, that it's not very well in all languages support. And I did notice even with English or even German or even like trying other languages, even though I don't speak them, just to see how it works, you can definitely see that this device is still pretty beta feeling sometimes. And I do understand why, because it's AI driven, and AI is very big focused on that data searches coming into the AI engine. And while English is a pretty well common language all around the world, and there's a lot of data even with different kind of accents, like me, I'm not native English speaking, so they do have an engine also like running over those kind of translations. You definitely see that other languages AI has limited data. So because of this, be aware that this device is still also trying to learn with this ChatGPT in combination or other AI functionalities. But if you use it in English language, I did notice a lot of functionalities work pretty well. And the summary function also works. It does take some time, sometimes even for shorter recordings. But I also noticed the connection with this device is easy, but the app sometimes do lose a bit of a connection. And maybe it also has to do with the battery of this device, but I do notice that every time I use this device now for the testing, the battery was full, so not sure why. But also they include a case where you can put this device in, so it's more protected and everything. But this case, it's pretty difficult to get this device out of it again. So I decided to not use that case for now. But again, this device is just a cool extra unit and tool. But it's pretty clear that all the AI stuff and everything with editing and so on is mostly app focused. Because also I have looked very clear on this device and I see no like real big functionalities on it. Like of course you do have the two buttons and you do have an opening for the microphone, but I'm not sure if everything is really driven on this device because a lot of functionalities still load into the app. A lot of things still are being like processed in the app. So it's cool they try to make this kind of device, and you also have this like with an other model, the Plate AI recorder. That one is pretty similar kind of solution. It is a device for sure, and it definitely is doing some of the functionalities. You can definitely see that it's like even has two modes, call mode and record mode, and have different functionalities in that case. But you definitely see that the app is the biggest part of this device. Without the app, this device is useless. And there's really a big difference when comparing to, let's say, some other AI devices, like an AI robot or an AI speaker, or even an AI assistant built into a speaker. Those kind of AI functionalities mostly work without an app. Of course, they mostly need network connection or big data background, but they can sometimes work without any application. Even some AI robots sometimes even work with tracking without any app support. But this device is really app driven. Be aware of it. It's not too bad necessarily, but it's really just an extra device with an app. But yeah, thank you all for watching this video. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, definitely not, but it's still in the early process of being more defined of use. See you all in the next one.